if you want to build an application, AI can help you build applications, even complicated ones. Why am I saying this? The app that you see on screen right now, this is actually something that I built using AI, and it's not a simple application. I cannot code. I'm not a developer. Yet I was able to build an application like this. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can build one of your own as well. It's really not about the tools. It's not even about the AI, because the AI has the information to build the app for you. What really matters is your mindset. Your thought process is the primary factor which determines whether you can build an app or not. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to explain some processes that we can look at. These are some of the things that you can keep in mind while you get into this journey. The fact is that you might not even feel like if you want an app or can you build an app? And there are many questions. What really matters is that you would have been working in an industry for a long time and you would have expertise in that particular industry, and all that experience can really come in handy. You could be a restaurant manager, a teacher, a sales rep, or a healthcare worker. It doesn't really matter. Whichever industry you belong to, you will have some kind of expertise in that industry. And that's just how it is, because when you work in a particular industry, you learn a lot, right? So you have that knowledge, and what you should be focused on, what you should be looking at is what are the problems out there? Okay, in day-to-day life, what problems do similar professionals like me face? Okay, if you're a restaurant manager, you might be like, okay, I need to take care of the bookings and it has so and so problems which I need to solve. So you need to first of all think about problem solving. It's not about thinking like a coder. It's not thinking like a developer. What you need to actually think about is problem solving, right? That is the most important thing. If there is a problem, we need to solve it. That is the function of any apps, any product. If a particular product solves a certain problem, it has done its job. So we should be looking at problems and how to solve that. Okay? So with all the experience that you have in your industry, you will have enough information about the problems that the industry faces, right? With that information, you can actually plan for a particular app that you can build, okay? So focus on problem solving rather than thinking about what tech stack to use, how am I going to get this done, or any of those things. What are the problems and how do I solve it? If you can come up with this, then the journey forward becomes easier, because AI has really made this whole process of developing applications very, very easy for us. Okay. So how do we really, if you feel like, okay, I have been working, but I've never really thought about problems that exist in the industry and whatnot. So you want to solve a problem and create an app. Okay. Now, how to decide on what specific problem to solve, what app to build? The simplest method would be really breaking down your daily tasks, right? And seeing what is it that is repetitive. What are the things that are boring? You have to do it, but doing it is kind of boring. And if there is a way to automate that, you would do it. One of those things, that's the kind of problems that you want to solve, right? Finding out what are the pain points. What is it that is actually causing some issues? Find those pain points, and because you would have worked in the industry and you have all the experience and you've worked with the customers and stuff like that, you know what their problems are, right? And what are the problems that you want to solve. You now also know who your target audience is. So this is how you can actually start building stuff, okay? You know the pain point, you know the solution, and you know whom to target it. What do you do now, right? Now this is where things have gotten really, 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 really simple, okay? All you have to do is really start talking to the AI. How you talk to the AI is something that you need to focus on as well. You have to be very, very clear, very, very specific. You have to treat AI as if the AI is like a new employee. So you need to make it understand where you're coming from, what you want. So you need to explain the process and be very clear and specific with it. You have to give in as much details that the AI will need to solve the problem that you have, right? So explain the process properly, be very clear and specific, okay? You have to define what success means, okay? Meaning you are setting out on a journey to get something done, and this is what I want. What is the desired outcome? You have to be very, very specific about that so that the AI understands what are the processes and how are you going to solve the problem and what do you really want out of it. Of course, you will have to set up some kind of exception, or if something could go wrong, you need to make the AI understand that these pitfalls are there and you need to avoid it as well. I'm not saying that straight away go in and give one prompt which explains this whole thing. Sometimes when you do that, the AI gets confused and it will go in multiple directions, and you don't want that, right? You wanted to focus on one area, solve one by one by one. You just keep iterating actually. You start somewhere and then you keep giving it small prompts. When I was developing this application, I didn't start saying, oh, I need a full flow chart with all these features. It cannot give that, to be frank, okay? So I started with, give me a simple flowchart tool. It had nothing, it really had a basic canvas, it had some shapes. These shapes, if you just look at these shapes are actually SVG shapes right now. When the initial version of the app had shapes in it, okay? Which means that a rhombus is a rotated square, which means that when you scale it, it will scale like a rectangle and not like a diamond. It will give you something, but then you will have to take what you get and then work towards improving it, adding new features. That's what is important. And that comes with your understanding of what you're building, and you know a lot about the problem that you're trying to solve. So with all the information that you have, keep giving it prompts. Initially you give it a prompt and then you keep asking it for more and more stuff. Let's say you give the AI all the right kind of prompts and the right kind of information. Okay, you need to really look at something. You need to see if the AI is actually understanding what you're looking for. If it is getting what you want, then obviously you're in the right direction. If it's not understanding your prompts and your intentions, then you will have to obviously go back in, simplify your explanation, and then the process repeats, keep giving it new informations and giving it new prompts to get what you want, okay? And once again, you just have to make sure that the AI understands. If not, repeat the same thing. If yes, then great, keep refining it, improve, test whether it is working or not, okay? And you do this process up until it is working as intended. After all these things, if it's still not working, then identify the issues, simplify the explanation, and then this whole process, iterate, repeat. Keep asking the right questions till you finally come to this where the app is working as you intended it to. Sometimes what happens is that we give some particular kind of a prompt and you keep adding features and there's something that is going wrong. Okay, there are times when something is going wrong and you don't even know what is actually happening. I mean, in words, it is hard for you to explain to the AI what is happening. Okay, so in such situations, you will have to understand that if words actually fail you, sometimes visuals will help. So take screenshots of whatever issue that you are facing and give the AI that images, okay, and explain. Maybe put some arrows or like use some colors to round up certain areas and give it enough information and type in the prompt or use the voice. Explain to it what is going wrong and what you expect it to do. Okay. Now, there are multiple ways of doing it. I have realized that sometimes when you give negative prompts like, oh, this is not happening, I want it to happen like this, it works out straight away. But sometimes when you give that kind of a prompt, it doesn't work. You have to be very specific. I want this. This should not happen. More assertive and more clear to the AI. Now, you will have to try both because you cannot ever really say what works at any given time. You have to see if the AI is actually giving you the result that you want. If it's not, you have to go back in and tweak the prompt, be it a negative prompt or a positive prompt. Whichever works for you, you go with that and give that prompt to the AI. And like I said, iterate, keep simplifying the the prompts, identify issues and solve it. Keep giving it the prompts, and at some point in time, you will get a working application. Now, all you need to do is deploy the solution and monitor adjust, meaning basically once you have deployed the application, if a user uses it, if there is some issues they come across, you try and solve that issue, or it's a constant process of improving your app. You deployed it once, but now you feel like, okay, I can add this particular feature. So it's a constant process of improving. Or you could be like, okay, I've developed the perfect app and I'm just going to put it out there and forget about it and probably go on to build something new, because this experience of building my first app has given me so much confidence and so much knowledge that now I can look at other industries and still do it, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Really, rather than thinking about developing applications, as a developer, you should start thinking about developing apps from a problem-solving mindset. What problems do someone face in a particular industry or with anything at all? All you have to do is to focus on solving that problem. Because if you can solve problems for people, they're going to happily pay for it. That's just how it is. So if you change your mindset from, oh, I'm not a coder, I can't do this, forget that, okay? I need to solve a problem. Now, just think of the AI as 10, maybe 100 coders who are sitting with you, helping you build an app. You don't have to pay someone $5,000 to $30,000, depending on who you work with and for how long you work with. You can use all these AI models. I mean, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is really, really good. DeepSeek seems to be good. I'm using a combination of both of these, Claude 3.5 Sonnet and DeepSeek. So don't worry about anything else. Just figure out what you want to build, because you have some expertise in something, and use that expertise to solve the problems that you know exist. That's the thing. So this is what I wanted to cover in this video. So if you want to see more videos like this, I'll be posting a lot more. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video and share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next one.